As we get closer to the midterm election in November, voters are thinking about who they will cast their votes for. And tonight at the Rochester Public Library, the League of Women Voters of Rochester hosted a State Representative District 24B forum to discuss and answer some big questions from voters, as well as the Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce.
ABC 6 News reporter Mackenzie Davis joins us now in studio tonight to talk about some of the topics that were discussed there tonight. Mackenzie?
Yeah, James and Laura. So voters ahead of time online could either submit their questions or they could come to the forum to ask those questions in person as the night went on to learn more about what these two candidates, which are Republican Katrina Pulham and Democrat Tina Liebling, what they stand for ahead of the November election. Now a little bit about the background on the candidates. Katrina Pulham is a small business owner here in Rochester. She currently owns Due North Coffe and Aaron Sanity in town. She comes from a family of farmers. And now Tina Liebling currently represents Minnesota House District 26A and chairs the Health, Finance, and Policy Committee in the House. She's also an attorney. Now tonight, a variety of questions were asked to the candidates, from affordable housing here in Rochester to staffing shortages, inflation, and reproductive rights. While the candidates had their agreements and disagreements, one of the biggest discrepancies they had was on gun rights. Liebling says guns are the issue, while Pulham says the availability of guns is not the problem.
I don't see that as an issue whatsoever. Our mental health problem, we do have a serious mental health crisis right now in our country. That's the problem that we need to tackle. We need to tackle the root of the cause. Why now are we having so many out in our schools? Why are we seeing gun violence today?
You could say it's mental health problems. You could say almost by definition, who walks into a school and shoots innocent children? They must by definition be mentally ill. I have to disagree respectfully with Katrina. It is the guns. In large part, it is the guns.
Now, James and Laura, this was a topic that two of the candidates really did not agree on. And a lot of the other topics, they did kind of agree on some things. But as we know, going into the election in November, gun rights is going to be a hot topic amongst a lot of candidates across the country, as we've seen a lot of mass shootings.
Yeah. Was there anything that they did find common ground on?
Yeah, as I mentioned, affordable housing in Rochester, they both did agree that there is a really big need for affordable housing here in Rochester and more accessibility to that for people looking to, buy a home. They also did agree on, as they're both women, supporting and passing the Equal Rights Amendment.
And of course, Mackenzie, do the candidates talk about how important this upcoming election, how important it is? Yeah,
right away, Tina Liebling actually mentioned how much is at stake during this upcoming election, and as a huge advocate for reproductive rights. She mentioned that this is one of the biggest things that she was talking about. In Liebling, as a Democrat, she's taking the pro-choice stance, and while Pulham is the Republican candidate, she said she stands somewhere in the middle of the issue, and she can see all sides from all of her constituents.
All right, Mackenzie, thank you so much.